This is Viviana with today's big book lesson. It's Pie in the Sky by Lois Ehlert. Now remember, this week we're working on summarizing. So when we summarize a story, we tell about the characters, the setting where the story takes place, and everything that happens in order. And we try to tell only the most important parts. So when we're done with the story, we're going to use the retelling cards to retell. And I'm going to stop a couple of times so we can summarize of what we've heard so far. This is a realistic fiction story, which means that it's a made-up story, but some of the events could happen in real life. It's called Pie in the Sky by Lois Ehlert. Now, she is the author and the illustrator. So I know that's going to be about a pie, but I wonder what kind of pie is a pie in the sky. So let's read to find out. This tree was here when we moved in. Dad says it's a pie tree. I see a blue jay feather with black stripes and a white tip, and a green caterpillar with a yellow band and an orange false eye, but no pie. So where is this tree so far? Yeah, it's in the boy or the girl, I guess it could be a child. It's in the child's yard, and Dad says that it's a pie tree. I've never seen pies growing on trees. Wouldn't that be something? I see green grass, red ladybugs, red-brown bark, and a blue-green dragonfly, but no pie. Dad showed me buds on our tree today. He says that's a good sign, but we won't know till summer if we'll get pie. I see yellow leaves with green spots, brown buds, a brown chrysalis, and a gray snow sky, but no pie. Winter's finally over. Sweet spring is here at last. Buds we saw last fall are bursting into bloom. I see green leaves, white blossoms, yellow pollen dust, blue eggs in a brown nest, yellow honeybees, and black stripes on a yellow butterfly, but no pie. But now a damp wind is blowing and all the flower petals are falling down like rain. I see white petals, dark gray tails, brown branches, and a gray rain sky, but no pie. You know what? I think something's finally growing on that tree of ours. I see orange and lime green balls, yellow moon and stars, a pale green moth, and a dark blue sky, but no pie. The birds sure sound excited. I wonder what's going on. I see a robin's rusty red breast and white speckled throat, a gray catbird with a black crown and tail, and purple violet clouds and a pink and orange sky, but no pie. Uh-oh, now I see those birds are eating? I see brown cherry pits, red wing tips on cedar waxwings, and white rings around robin's black eyes, but no pies. And we're going to stop and think about what we've learned so far in this story. To summarize, we're going to remember the characters, the dad and the child, and the tree. We could count the tree as a character because we're really watching that tree. We know that the dad said that it was a pie tree, and this child is checking the tree in the fall, in the winter, and in the spring. And the child sees lots of things, but he doesn't see a pie. Let's keep reading. Cherries have grown. It's a cherry feast. I see orange-breasted orioles, black spots and tips on butterfly wings, red ripe cherries, and a bright blue sky, but no pie. But hey, raccoon, save some for us. You see the raccoon? I see a raccoon's black mask and black toes, a black nose and eye, and the lime green glow of fireflies, but no pies. At last, Dad says it's time for us to pick cherries. I see gray wings, a black and orange tail, a yellow beak, a silver gray pail, and a blue fly. Still no pie. We're going to make a pie. First, we wash the cherries. We squeeze out all the pits and save the juice. Now here are some words in the picture here. That's one of the text features, and it gives us more information. It says 4 cups of sour red cherries. It sounds like that's a recipe. I want you to try to remember the steps to make a pie, because I'm gonna ask you when we get to that part. Then we put the cherries in a bowl. We add the juice, flour, sugar, and cinnamon, and stir it with a spoon. Now if you can see on these little measuring cups and spoons, it tells us how much. This is a 1/2 cup of juice, 5 tablespoons of flour, 1 1/3 cups of sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. In this it says, next we mix the pie crust dough. So that's what's here. Can't have a pie without crust. We roll out 2 crusts and press one in the pan. Then we pour the filling in. This says it's a 9-inch pan. We add the top crust, put the pie in the oven, and wait for it to bake. And in this oven mitt, there's words here. It tells us to press around the crust edge with a fork to seal, cut design into the crust so steam can escape while baking. They cut in little circles. Preheat the oven to 450 degrees, bake for 10 minutes, reduce heat to 350 degrees, and bake 35 to 45 minutes until brown. Now Dad cuts the pie. He puts a piece on each plate. All right, before I turn the page, I want to remember, what were the steps to make a pie? Can you guys summarize how to make a cherry pie? Right, first we need the cherries, and they have those pits inside, and you don't want a pit in a pie. So they take out the pie and save the juice, and then they mix all the ingredients together. They make the pie crust. You put the filling in the crust, and then what do? That's right, you bake it in the oven, and then it comes out a pie. Good summarizing, boys and girls. Wow, that was the best pie I've ever eaten. I wonder if the birds would like it. They were eating the cherries in the tree earlier. What do you guys think? Yes. And the story ends with the birds eating the pie in the pan. This is next lesson's story, From Apple Tree to Store. Now, reading this made me think about pies. I want you guys to write about the reading this week. I want you to think about what your favorite pie is. How about you draw a picture and write about what your favorite pie is? And now we're going to summarize the whole story. So what happened at the very beginning? We have to think about our characters, where the story takes place, our setting, and just the big parts of the story. So what was first? Yep, there is a dad and a child, and the dad says that there was a pie tree. And then in spring, after a while, the blossoms bloomed. And then next, the flowers fall and the cherries grew. And once the cherries grew, what did the boy and the child do? Yeah, they picked the cherries and made a cherry pie. And then they ate the cherry pie. And what was the last thing that happened in our story? After the dad and the child ate the pie? That's right, the birds ate the pie. The pie in the sky was really a cherry tree. I hope you like that, boys and girls.